to trade options as a beginner. Bonjour, bienvenue sur Successful Trading. Hello, welcome to Successful Trading, where you will learn to trade options as a beginner. Bonjour, bienvenue sur Successful Trading. Hello, welcome to Successful Trading. Where you will learn to trade options as a beginner.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Successful Trading. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching from. Welcome to our stock market technical analysis daily for Wild Wednesday, January the 6th, 2021. Yes, we usually have for specific days of the week on here, we have coined some phrase. Yeah, we have put scalping Tuesday. That was yesterday. Though I'm not sure if did we trade puts yesterday on any stock. I'm not so sure. We made money mostly bullish on bullish setup yesterday. Today, Wild Wednesday. Oh yeah, the pre-market is definitely wild. So we will take a 30,000 feet view at the U.S. stock equities through its main ETF, mainly SPY, QQQ, and IWM. That's alone will tell you what I mean by Wild Wednesday. Wednesday, typically, based on which that we are observing the market, is the midweek. Yeah. So typically, you could start the week with a trend on Monday, and then that trend or momentum, if you will carry on to Tuesday. By Wednesday, some stock that may have been following a specific trend, they may have a tendency to reverse, thus creating the what we call Wild Wednesday, because it's as if the stock market like to explore both extreme, the bearish side and the bullish side. So today is no different from that, because at least the narrative the rhetoric this morning is which that's happening with in the U.S. politics with the Georgia Senate runoff. Some of you who know me, I do not trade news, right? Meaning that I don't take a trade in anticipation of a news. Obviously, once, let's say, a news like this one, a development like this one happened, and the stock market is moving, I will trade that. I need to clarify that, because some people could be, what does it mean he doesn't trade news? The stock market is dominated by news. Yeah, but you don't take a trade because you anticipate, or if you take a trade because in anticipation of a news, you need to be sure that that news going to the outcome of that news will be favorable to your trade. Yeah. So meaning, for instance, yesterday, since we have known for a while now, hey, that January 5th, a Georgia Senate runoff will decide what will be happening in the U.S. Senate, which is a big deal, yeah, because the laws of these countries have to go through that institution. So, hence, we could have found ourselves yesterday say, okay, well, if this happened, then maybe this could be bearish, or this could be bullish. But those are difficult things to always say. So, I mean, shy of anything, you go ahead, take a trade like on SPY or on QQQ. But you need to absolutely make sure that the outcomes, they are not going to be like, oh, geez, I went with calls and then the puts are winning. Oh, geez, I was bearish, but we gapped up. No, no, no. Right. So that type of trading, it's really things that we want to stay away from here at Successful Trading. So hence for us, we're confident that, hey, a stock that's gapping in the pre-market, that's okay. If we missed out, it's okay. That means that more trader will be interested in that, and thus that will provide ample opportunity with our unique strategies and technique that we have here to trade that. That's really what we do most of the time here. So yeah, we appreciate when the market is moving already in pre-market, such as this morning. And today is one of those days that It's a case of the have and the have not, because yesterday we mentioned that, hey, in January, typically, the way to make really good money is to identify trends, early trends that are happening. And yesterday was just the second day, today is the third day. So at the end of the week, I really, really strongly suggest that you spend time analyzing charts. Yeah, I know it's work, right? Oh, geez, yeah, it's work. Well, we want to make money out of the market. If it was easy, folks, anybody would be doing it. Yeah, if it was that easy. Yeah, because do not let the millennials fool you. Oh, because I have a Robinhood app or I have a Webull app, it just suffices to punch the button. Actually, you don't need to punch the button nowadays on Webull. Yeah, they have I think a speech recognition where you can just say buy, sell. That's it. And oh, for God's sake, if you have to monitor your position, that's even more work. Oh yeah. Well, in that case, maybe if you find yourself in that predicament, maybe that's mean that you're not ready to trade. I'm sorry, because that's what trading is. Otherwise, you are what they call a passive investor, meaning that either you give your money to somebody, the institution out there who gladly would like to take our money. They do, right? And then you don't even know what's they're investing your money in. Yeah, that's how 401ks and all of those they work. Well, 401ks, you know a little bit, but I mean, I can challenge anybody. Do you know exactly go to your 401k and know exactly which stock are in there? So the alternative to that, yeah, we can invest time in knowledge and such that we can translate that knowledge into meaningful gains in the stock market. So that's our role. Where does successful trading comes in? Successful trading comes in into bringing you that knowledge. That's if this is your first time, catchers, I see many people in the playback. And if you live on here, that you're wondering, okay, what is successful trading? Successful trading is a stock option trading education service at the end of the day. If you come with that type of mindset, then dare I say that word? Because people like that, I guarantee you will find you will find results. You will find a desired outcome on here. All right. As we say that, let's say hello to people in the Discord room, and if somebody could confirm that the quality of the sound is acceptable, other than that, I've been blabbing for so many minutes, and really there is a lot to unpack. And let's say hello to Miss Marcy, Mr. Donny, and Mr. Andrew. Those are the three that I see that they said hello in the live chat. I mean, there are others, yeah. I mean, we see almost 10 concurrent viewers and 10 in the playback, but I cannot see who they are. But I say hello and welcome to them to Wild Wednesday Stock Market Technical Analysis daily on here. What are we going to start with? Well, let's go ahead and start with the US equity, and we are looking at our trading view. This is the charting platform that we use. It's one of it's the best. I mean, if you have a better than trading view out there, please let me know. But I mean, a broker, yeah, my broker, your broker, they do have charting tools. Not that they are not that. Some of them could be very fancy, right? But TradingView gives us pretty much really, especially if you're a beginner, which that's you need. All right, so here's SPY, folks. Here's a daily chart of SPY. What has SPY been doing lately? We started Monday with that big red candle. Then it was bought off and closed above the EMA, the green line, EMA 20. That's at 368 for the, what was that value? Let me show that to you on here. So on that day, the EMA was at 368.28. That level of 368, folks, let's watch it out, yeah? Because if really, because how do a trend, a bullish or bearish trend set up, when we go below those moving average, there are natural supports and resistance. So let's watch out that level of 368 and a half thereabout. But I mean, is that 368, 369? If we're SPYs to fall below that, that's definitely will be a clear signal of a bearish pattern. The MACD though, folks, that MACD is still, I mean, it's not coming down at the same pace or anything, but we have seen sign. We have just seen sign. Monday was definitely one illustration of that. Monday, if you were not with us trading puts on SPY on Monday, I don't know what to tell you. Well, you missed out. That's that's what we can tell you. But it's not too late because guess what? Today it's Wednesday. SPY has expirations on Wednesday, folks. Meaning that for us, we are going to get involved. How exactly? If you're a new trader, you don't know how, go to our YouTube channel. I've pasted that link here so many times. We have a video breakdown on how to trade SPY successfully on expiration day. We have so many videos. Yeah, that's we're showing you what we have done, and you can do that as well. So that's SPY is gapping down here in pre-market about just 1.33 points or 0.4 or 0.3%. But that's, I mean, yeah, that's an okay gap. You say like, well, SPY has done that before. But look at this one, my friend. These are the techs. These are the techs. Well, I'm not sure why I'm laughing. My laughter is not that much. My laughter is that we haven't had this type of gap on QQQ for a while. Yeah. How much is QQQ gapping down this morning? QQQ is gapping down, let's say 1 point. And it was like that. Has been like that for the longest of time because in pre-market what you want to see is to see trend. Let's say is the trend consistently in a given direction. So QQQ has been down between -3 -5% for so actually as time is passing by it's posting lower lows. How can we do that? You can see that on here because somebody asked me, Telex, how about pre-market chart? That's something that I do not always take a look at, to be honest with you, but extended hours. Okay, so let me say okay on here and set up the chart such that you guys can see exactly. So I go to settings on here and I say extended hours. It is not going to give that to me because I'm on the daily chart. How about, let's say I go to an hourly chart and ask for extended hours. We have had that here before. Here we go. So here's extended hours. Obviously, since I'm asking for hourly, that means that each candle is an hour. That's not going to do us any good. Let's go maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes. All right, so here you go. Here's how SPY has been trading in pre-market. Hopefully, everybody caught that there. So yeah, it gapped. The low of the day in pre-market is 306.57. So this is technical analysis at your best, right? So, all right, live, folks. I hope you caught it live. As I was speaking, I was just about to tell you that, yeah, in technical analysis, when a stock posts a new low of the day or a new high of the day, it confirms the direction in that trend. So here it is exactly live as I was just about to say that QQQ is posting newer low of the day in pre-market here at 306.28 after closing yesterday at 312. So congratulations to folks who may have taken, let's say maybe in preparation to the binary news that was expected. If you took some strangle, you are rewarded this morning on the bearish side because 6 points on QQQ. QQQ doesn't have expiration on Wednesday, Monday as SPY does. But oh boy, this is definitely a great start of your day on here. And that's the way that this pre-market chart's showing us, meaning that, hey, it tried to recover and it spent time about an hour and a half, actually an hour and 45 minutes, trying to go back up and face resistance at 308. How do we know that resistance at 308, folks? Teaching an opportunity here. Look how many candles got rejected at 308 level on the chart that I'm showing you right now of QQQ. And then as we approach, we are literally 1 minute from 9 a.m. Eastern in New York and in Toronto. QQQ is showing us that at least to start the day on here, it is really bearish overall. So with QQQ, you are to be using your judgment on here to say, okay, do you trade the ETF itself or do you trade some of the major component of QQQ? And in which case, the question will be, do you know the major component of QQQ? Let us take the opportunity to give them to you again. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Google, Alphabet, NVIDIA, PayPal, and Adobe I guarantee you, I actually have a watch list on. You know that I do watch list on my TeleTrader app, right? So I have a watch list on of all of those stocks exactly line up in that order. I think the range here, like for right now, Adobe is down minus 2.1%. PayPal down minus 2.1%, Amazon minus 1.73%, Netflix, did we see Netflix minus 1.6, but it's not a component of the top 10. Microsoft minus 2.07, Apple minus 2.2, Facebook minus 2.65, Nvidia minus 2%. So that's under ETF. But those major ones, those 10 that will give you, they are about the big constituent of SPY as well. But notice that SPY is not maybe at least when we were looking at it earlier, wasn't dropping more than 1% at a time. So if we go on here and look at SPY, we're still using our chart of pre-market. Yeah, so SPY is also posting a new low of the day on here, 369.60. Each candle is 15 minutes, so this is it here. So because I had a question in our Discord room, somebody was asking me which chart do I use for pre-market. I mean, I will look at TradingView live with you guys on here. Typically, I just look at the price. The price in pre-market will tell me what's to do. All right, so let's see if there's any question before we carry on and say hello to more people on here. Hello, morning, beautiful Gates. We say hello, good morning, welcome, Miss Laura. And let's carry on. So what did we say? We said that it was a tale of two worlds. A tale of two worlds about some sectors or some industry trending in a specific direction. Yesterday, we mentioned, what did we spend the time looking at? We spent the time looking at gold and gold mining. So here is this morning, there is this rhetoric talking about the new administration in the US being more favorable to infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Anything that has to do with building roads, things of that nature. So there are specific stocks here. I want to list out a couple of stocks. At one of them, it's in the steel, a basic material on the steel, and it's X. This is a tiny stock that's you actually let's do this. So here I can hover over it to see its chart. Oops, I'm in the wrong screen. Okay, here is this chart on here. This is how it has gone since even before November, but let's say again, it's that November, right? It was less than a $10 stock. Right now, it is almost $20 at $19. This stock, if you do not know its history, is a very volatile stock. This stock, I think early 2017, traded at $40 or thereabouts. So again, this is part of a top-down analysis where you see a proof that, hey, a specific sector. I mean, look at this stock within just this is the steel, right? So let's say the performance over, you can look at the performance over the last month, mostly bullish on here. But for me, I'm lifting X because I'm familiar with it. I mean, CLF, it's Cleveland Cliff, it's another known one. But for me, it's the familiarity. And this stock, if you trade X, oh boy, strangles are your best friend. Or even on some days, like Friday. Yeah, for us, if you don't know, we have done studies on here where each specific days of the week, not just specific days of the week. Since we trade weekly option, we know that the tail end of the week, it's provide better opportunities for us to make money trading option. Why? Because options are cheaper toward the end of the week, and for us, we have done extensive research, identify stocks that are likely to move, even to move in a certain direction. What if I told you that I can tell you with a very high degree of probability a stock that if you trade that on Fridays, let's say last year has 49 Fridays, I can name for you 10 stocks that you have more than 50% of chance of making money every Friday by just trading them on the bullish side. Yeah, some of you will like that. So some of you will like that. So those are the type of quantitative analysis that we do on here. That's the value that we provide, or the education, if you will. So the trend on here on the basic material is definitely a clean one. There is another industry that we want to notice the trend. For people in our Discord, We actually posted the chart of these literally, was it 10 days ago or so? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The financial folks, yeah? The financials, more importantly, the banks, yeah? Most of the banks have been trading, and this morning they have been trading bullishly on here. So, or you can look at them over the last half year on here. Okay, so here in this case, I'm saying diversified bank. We have Bank of America, we have JP Morgan, we have Citibank, we have Wells Fargo. I think though all of those in our trading room, they will recognize the chart that we posted, the 5-year chart, and what's analysis we said about them. So this morning here in pre-market, they are moving, folks. They are the banks are bullish, while the rest of the not the rest. Well, we saw another sector that was mostly bearish. That was the tech. So, but the banks here this morning, this is how they're beginning. So, if you look at their performance year to date, meaning just after 2 days, I mean, not much, but I think the banks are worth our attention on here to start the year. Earnings season starts January 18 thereabouts, so we could have a runoff to the earnings. Compared to other industry, the banks have not really have that much growth for the bigger part of 2020. So, some of them, if anything, look at the charts here, the last 3 months for Wells Fargo, for instance. Again, this is one of our preferred vehicle when we trade banks and within our broader trading system. All right. So those sectors, and again, the main takeaway for you here is that create watch lists. We have educational video on here on our YouTube channel with a tiny app called TeleTrader that you can download. It's a free app. You download it and you create your watch list per sector. That's where it's very easy. Within a glance, you can pretty much see, the trend so far in, let's say, the energy sector. Yeah, the energy sector is something, for instance, that's yesterday, if you watched the energy sector, let's say oil and gas. Yeah, we can go oil and gas drilling. But right now we have our filter, right? Optionable, or we can just say any inside of that. But 82 results. Look at them in pre-market. Most of them are moving bullishly. Well, yesterday all posted its highest price since February. We're based on the Saudi news. So that's another sector that goes on. Which specific stock do we like to use for energy? I think Halliburton, HES, MPC are the major one. Yeah. And Oxy, yeah, you can take a look at Oxy as well. It's a tiny stock that's currently below $20. So you have opportunities abound, folks, on a day like this one. So let's dive. Let's see here, and let's see if somebody has. Craig Grace, welcome. Thank you for the comments. I don't know if it's great analysis. It's just something that's for us. We think that we are to help traders in a day like this one. You are not shy of the market's not shy of opportunity. Whatever direction that you want to trade today, I guarantee you, you will find opportunities in that direction. But the question actually on a day like this, for me, my approach is avoid overtrading. So let's take a look at what we were telling you about in a summary view here of the U.S. Equities ETF. The fear index is not moving that much. That's this one is linked to SPY, but SPY is not down by much, but both of them are down. So typically when SPY is down, you will see that VXX will be green. So they do not trade in the same direction. So having a pre-market like this one is like, one of them is lying. So, and then QQQ minus 1.71. Folks, if this is to carry over into the session, at least we can expect this to go lower before maybe ripping in the other direction, because this trend has been consistent. And the volume here, folks, they mean business. Look at the volume. We have come here in pre-market at a time where we're talking, let's say it's 9:10 Eastern time right now in New York City, where we will not even have 1 million shares. Right now, QQQ has almost 3 million shares in that direction. So a lot of those stocks in that we gave you in the top 10 of this ETF, they will trade accordingly for a while on here. So for me, I wouldn't be a hero here. The trend is your direction, folks. If they are mine, they're sold, no pun intended, they are set, the algos are set to sell off QQQ. We can see further downside on here. As I do that, let me just check what's going on with Germany on here to see. Sometimes I like to do these correlations. So Germany is actually green, believe it or not. Germany is green. London is green. Paris is green. So yeah, the Euro index are green, gaining almost 1%. So while in the US, it's dire straight. Well, dire straight, not just for QQQ. It's rare, folks. It's rare, really, for QQQ, especially over the last year, right? Over the last year, I think we created a video on the look at the chart of QQQ versus, let's even see SPY. QQQ has outperformed every other sector in the market. So down 1.73% here this morning is, I mean, not a big deal per se or anything compared to all of the growth that has taken place. So some could even say that's a healthy correction. For us as traders, we do not care, folks, right? We trade this accordingly, at least under the premise of this program of option trading. As investor, I mean, yeah, we can reassess on our other portfolio to say, okay, what's potentially going on, or considering some rotation. Since we have been speaking, yeah, we started the session on here, was it minus 1.5 or whatever? We showed you the pre-market chart live of QQQ where it dipped, it posted a new low of the day. And whilst that's happening, the one thing that's going to be happening, as much as QQQ will be going down, folks, expect SPY to further be going down. Why? Because the major constituent of QQQ in that top 10 that we gave you, they are also in the top 10 of SPY. But SPY, however, has 9 other sectors, right? So that's what the difference. Because if you're wondering right now, say, oh, what's going on? How come SPY, it's just losing minus 0.05% and QQQ is losing almost 2%. Yeah. QQQ is just one sector inside of SPY. There are 9 other sectors. One of the other sectors, for instance, the financial. Look at the financial. Well, for us, we can tell you the financial, looking at them through the eyes of the ETF XLF, but we know the strong correlation that exists between the financial and the small cap IWM. Typically, they trade hand in hand. And this morning, you see them here pretty much line up plus 1.78 versus plus 1.68. So the question this morning for us as traders is, do we trade the bullish side or the bearish side? I know what most of you're gonna be doing. As for me, we have our list of options. I mean, we are not hiding it, right? It's on the right hand side. That list of January 8, 2021 expiration. For those who in our Discord channel, we know how we trade our system, so we are just going to follow it. No need because there's so many ways. That's just so many ways. So if we go to the broader watch list of individual stocks, so let's say here on the volume side, FedEx not taking any volume this morning. Okay, that's a change to LNG. The stock with the most amount of volume, QQQ. When was the last time, folks, that we see QQQ with the highest volume here? Typically, the answer will be Tesla, Apple, or NIO. Those are the three. I mean, they are here. Don't get me wrong. But Apple minus 2% on here this morning. While at the same time, look at Tesla, folks. Tesla, Tesla is part of SPX 500, but it's not obeying. Tesla is dancing to its own beats. Yeah, that's what happened with a stock like Tesla. You see the banks, we talk about the banks. So yeah, Bank of America is one of the leading one on here. Here's Wells Fargo on here. And let's say in terms of percentage gain on both sides. Okay, JD folks, we made money yesterday. If you were in our Discord room, we told people, I mean, it was well advertised on here for weeks. We had January 15, 100 and 105 calls on JD. We cashed out yesterday, and this morning, oh Lord, behold, look at this. But the beauty of the way that we trade on here, guess what? We showcased that yesterday in our Discord. While the stock was going up, and I know some of you may be like, especially beginners, I hate having this conversation because I don't want you to. The thing to get out of this is not, oh, the market is manipulated. Yeah. If that's what you're getting out of, which I'm going to say next, then you need to take a step back. And ask yourself, okay, so what? Yeah. While JD was making the run yesterday from, let's say, after it crossed 92, 93, it went all the way to 96 and a half. Yeah. We had puts at the same time to hedge because the way we thought that yesterday or the day before yesterday, the way you're able to stay in the trade to see it all is that, okay, you get to a certain level of profit, you can take put to say, okay, I'm going to be protecting this position because you don't know if it's going to continue. And yesterday was really the case. So JD kept gaining 95, 95 and a half. So for us, we bought puts. But those puts, as the stock was going up, they were not losing any money. And guess what? After we close our calls, and now as the stock start coming down, the puts actually started losing money. True fact. I couldn't post that because if I post something like this, I just know it's disheartening for especially beginner traders to say, how is this possible, Telex? Yeah, a stock is going down and puts are losing money. Yeah, it's called implied volatility. Market makers, that's how they make their money. So I think those cheap, we had the 85 puts. We got them maybe at 20 cents. And so they closed yesterday because after a while, JD started going up as well. But they went from 20 cents to 14 cents. But the 14 cents, folks, wasn't when the stock was at its highest. It was almost when the stock was at its lowest. I know. But in any case, JD has been one of those trades that's... so let's see where those 85 puts, they start the day on here on here today. We have another position for us that we have held for a while now, part of our watch list. I think yesterday we talked about it. It is Workday. Yeah. Do I have it here? Yeah. Where is it starting? It has been a very difficult stock to trade, to be honest with you. So let's see how that transpired this morning. They're saying that it's the bid is 221 and the ask is 223. So and then changing. So let's see how that opens, folks. There are opportunities to be trading on both sides. Which side are you going to position yourself? It is up to you to figure it out on here. So here are the bullish positions on here. So we talk about Tesla. Tesla is in a sphere of its own. You see the financial. Oh yeah, the other. So I say that I wanted to lift out two stocks in the infrastructure area, right? Arena. X, steel, but Caterpillar. Because when there are construction in a type of infrastructure, the equipment, folks, goes in there. Caterpillar is let's actually look at Caterpillar here. The chart of Caterpillar. It's since April, actually, because Caterpillar was below $100, folks. And as of now, it's a race to 200, literally. So the question here will be, how fast can Caterpillar reach to 200? Because just always round numbers that they go into. So if we look at its options, let's say here, what are the options for Caterpillar? Are they expensive? Implied volatility is 45, but I want to look at the implied volatility constellation. The 30-day average, the current implied volatility is higher than the 30-day average. That's a sign of that they have gotten a little bit more expensive. Yeah. So 200, the weekly for 200 are cheap. If the move is to be sustained, they can actually make money. The 195, that was yesterday. So that was yesterday here. The price that you see here, they were yesterday. So it moved about $4. So we can expect these, let's say the 195. So that's where the so-called calculation, let's not confuse ourselves on here. So 15 times 4 is 60, right? 60 plus this, so maybe between 80 cents for the 195 here out of this move on here. And so the 200, they will be a little bit more affordable. So between, let's say, 20 and 30 cents on here, or even less, because there's data to be factored in, right? So Caterpillar and X are two infrastructure stock that's we can definitely take a look at. All right, so that's let's say it's about 9:20. Let's give everybody 10 minutes. I know there is a lot to unpack this morning in this while Wednesday pre-market stock market technical analysis daily. We appreciate you taking the time to be on here, and if there's anything that we can do to improve the content of this channel, please do let us know in the comment section, and we will gladly oblige. Until then, have a great trading session, and we catch you on the next episode. Bye bye, everybody.